beat him up for liking it, for saying it was anti-environment, and it was adventurous, it was individualist, and how good. Walter said, I just like the song.
A little bit of Stalin, a little bit of Red Book.
Oh man, he was tough on Walter.
There was no rock music you could listen to that you couldn't get.
She's still going at him up there. You believe me? She's still going at him.
And this would go on and on. All that stuff would go on and on and on.
Well, I remember.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. Walt.
We'll be spied on.
Alex is walking around with a camera.
Coffee.
I need the black tape over my eyes.
Well, you know, yeah, I mean, there was a lot.
Joe was smoking dope and we're getting very high.
It was kind of like the evolution of, the way I looked at it at the time, it was like the evolution of the movement. First there were civil rights, okay? And then there were international rights. And then there were, you know, there was the fight against sexism and anti-gay and all, I mean, and like each one had to be psychoanalyzed in every part of culture. It was like we were part of the, what was 66 in China called? What was it called? The Cultural Revolution?
Yeah,
right. It was like the American Cultural Revolution. That's exactly what it was like.
We just wanted to fight for the right to party. That's all we wanted to do.
Oh, I mean, when I was in that...
You gotta fight, you know.
When I was in the neighbor's house to run that printing press,
You want any more?
I was afraid if I do anything wrong, I'm going to be beat up by Alan. I mean,
Really?
Alan never, he never hit anybody in the group there, did he?
No.
well, he was
God, he would sure as hell convince you that he could break your, he would tell you like, if that guy did that, I told him, I'd just break his elbow.
He would get
I
this...
mean, he would be like really specific, you know what I mean? I would tear his left eye out.
He would say this in his
he could
calm voice.
He could,
There was a king of martial arts.
he was pretty damn well could do it.
My dad used to say, I'm gonna break your arm off and beat you with it.
Yeah, well, the thing that gets scary about Alan,
Never did.
He
No,
never
he's-
touched them.
he would say it in this calm voice, and you get this look in his eye, and then I knew that somebody could get hurt.
Going up toward the entrance to the Beltway.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that
Dick
house?
Oakes lived there.
Right. Well, he had, in order to get up to him, all of his library up on like a second floor, almost like attic. And the only way you could get up to the attic was he had a ladder. You put the ladder up there, but it wasn't like something that pulled down. It was a regular, it was an independent. You propped it up against the wall and then you climbed up the ladder. Well, for one reason, I have no idea to this day, he decided that he was going to take the ladder, and I was just going to be stuck up there. He thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And I'm up there, an hour goes by, 2 hours, I'm not kidding. I said, Gregory, I'm not going to jump.
What's the photo of your
It was
crab
nuts.
stuff?
All of a sudden he decided he was going to torture me and leave me.
After you got down in it.
Eventually, that's
Yeah,
right,
that's
I'm here.
Well,
then
that's
there was-
how you're here.
And that was one of the, and then there was the famous incident during the strike in 1970, when there was a big, we had a meeting at Pellifer Hall, and we were discussing the,
Talifero.
right, whatever it was called.
That was right after the Skinner,
Pronounce
right?
it Tolliver.
This was like Pellifer, this was like during the strike in May of 70, and we were discussing whoever had the 10-point plan about the strike, things you had to support. I think it was the Panthers.
Yeah, that
Had
came
come out,
up
it was
the
United
original.
Front.
You got your car underwater, but
Okay.
Is
I
that
sent you over there.
Excuse me.
I sent it to you in a message, but I can post it on your wall if you want. No problem. You don't mind having a crab chunk on your wall? I don't mind.
Yeah.
War country.
I'm real good. I'm out of town.
By airplane.
And I'll be back in Pittsburgh. So I had gotten up and I had said that we ought to discuss this 10-point program or 10-point platform, whatever you want to call it, of the Panthers with respect to the strike that was going on across the country as a result of Cambodia and everything else. So this is probably like the end of the first week of May,
What year?
1970.
70.
So, but Gregory didn't like
Oh,
the
he just
idea.
got, he wanted to
That's
on
it.
film.
Right. Gregory didn't. Who's this going to, by the way? Gregory didn't like the idea of there was too much democracy. I remember him saying that kind of stuff. There's too much democracy in this room. So after I was finished speaking, I started heading up the steps.
Yes.
It was a big lecture hall,
Pending.
and he
Might be too
takes
soon.
off after me.
Oh, I heard about
This
this.
is called the After the Fox incident.
Yeah, I heard
And
about that.
Gregory chased me. I dove out of the window, out of the building. And I thought that was the end of it. No,
He came out
after me and chased me all the way down to, what do we call that, the mall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way down to the mall. I had to hide to get away from him. And I was afraid to show my head.
He was